Ladies and gentlemen from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles.
Hey, yo, I see you, man.
Brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions.
Hey, yo, Shawn Porter, hold tight. We coming out there.
Live from Los Angeles.
Hey, yo, put your headphones on.
You at work right now?
Time for the main
No, I wanted me some sea moss.
Rolling on. Tom Ford with it. Praise the Lord for the team because we out to get it.
You at work?
Nah, I thought it'd be some sea moss. Yeah, we at work. We getting it in.
Yeah.
Who the hell is CMOS?
Hey, you don't know. It's some black shit. You don't know.
What is it?
It's like some nutrition.
It's important.
Yeah, I had to get some. Yeah, I've been needing some for about a month or so. I found a connect. It's kind of like drugs. Don't worry about it. Hang out.
I was just
Hold
picturing.
on.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry
I
about
was
it.
just picturing algae
Nah.
on top of a pond.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, don't worry about it.
But it's healthy. Okay.
Yeah, it's healthy. Yeah.
Hold on. Keep it together.
what?
Don't say it's like drugs. Keep
Allegedly.
it together.
People don't know what I'm talking about. Look up CMOS, boy.
People don't know you
I ain't
like
on
that.
No drugs. I don't know drugs.
Leave the phone, man. Leave the phone.
Yeah.
Hey, next time you gonna have to leave it in your truck.
I had to make that. I had to get my CMOS.
What's CMOS?
They delivered it to the house. I'll show you something.
It's cooked.
Yeah, they kind of boil it down to a liquid form. It gels up. It's good.
What do you need that for?
I don't know.
What do
Gel-
you need that
Okay,
for?
I'm
Gels up
gonna
sounds
be
nasty.
honest.
Oh, boy.
No one actually knows what it does, but everybody promotes it to do something.
Even you?
Even me.
Oh,
I did feel better when I was taking it. Don't know what I felt better for, but I felt better.
So you take it for sickness.
No, I'm gonna get sick from Louisiana.
So it sounds like it's vitamin C.
But yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, basically. Yeah.
Vitamin C moss.
Yeah. Oh, look.
I can't.
Leave it to the white man. He's a marketing genius.
I just I was okay, like, and then you said it boils down into
Yeah.
like a gel. That
So you
just
boil it
doesn't
down,
sound
it's like a
good.
gel. You put it in your coffee stuff, you can't even taste it.
I ain't believing this.
I don't know.
I ain't believing this. Welcome everybody to the Porterway podcast. I'm cutting you off, man. You getting cut off.
I'm gonna get you some sea moss. You bring the bamboo socks. You bring the ties.
Be a
I'm
whole
here.
new man.
All right, cool.
Baby.
You gonna get us a tie?
Man, I got ties for days.
I need custom
You know
tie.
that.
Okay.
You know I got ties for days.
I seen a bamboo suit. What you think?
Oh, I'm down for
You
that.
down?
100%.
I ain't believing
I got some.
that
I got
either.
some.
I ain't believing
I got
that.
some-
either.
I got some
like
bamboo underwear.
$1,300.
No,
He ain't
shut
get no
up. Shut up.
Bamboo. How much is the bamboo socks? It's pretty expensive for some.
Not too much. I got some bamboo draws off Amazon.
He wilding in the
weeks ago.
bedroom.
You came with a t-shirt today.
No, that's Nipsey Hussle marathon. This going way more than a t-shirt. Cause,
I'm gonna let it go. I ain't gonna ask how
don't-
much.
yeah, way more than. I don't even think I paid for this. Hey, shout out to who paid for this.
Yeah, why you had to take a second to think? Did I pay for it?
At least he didn't.
Somehow
take
it
credit
came
for
out of my money though.
You're a Seinfeld fan. You know you don't want to take credit for something you didn't actually purchase.
That's very true.
I want to
salary.
apologize to my man Carson. He gave me a show to watch years and years ago.
Oh, this is funny.
The Wire.
Yeah.
One of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I told people the story about 10. I was like, my brother recommended this show to me. Great show, amazing show. I'm telling somebody the story in front of Carson. He said, hold the hell
you
up.
sent it in our group text, and you said, "Yo, man, I'm watching this show, The Wire. It's crazy. You guys should check it out." And I was like, "I'm thinking you're just mentioning," and you were like, "Yeah, I think my brother put me on." And I was like, "No, I told you."
I
about
couldn't
The
remember
Wire.
who told me. Hey, you ever watch The Wire?
Nah, that
quality.
ain't my stuff.
Yeah, I thought
I know a lot of people
thing.
out there mad at me for saying that, but it's just not my thing.
Okay, I ain't mad at
Yeah.
you. What's your thing?
I like sci-fi type stuff.
Okay.
I watched my wife and I we watched
Big
Artemis.
Matrix fan.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Cause that's like sci-fi mixed
Yeah.
with martial arts and like boom.
How would you have felt? I know the thing back then was that it was supposed to be Will Smith. Correct?
Yeah.
I don't know how that goes. I don't know.
So
if
they say
it'll be different.
The story is
I can
Will
see him with the
Smith
glasses on.
passed off the Matrix
To do Wild
for
Wild West.
Wild Wild
And
West.
that movie's my jam.
The movie tanked, but it's a good movie. But it tanked,
That's
especially
even debated.
compared to Matrix, which goes on to do
Huge,
obviously
yeah.
what four movies?
Probably that.
Definitely
I
three.
faded out after the first.
Oh, no, I watched them
the
all. I
one
kept up
first
with
one
them
was
all.
long.
Yeah.
I kept up with them all.
Oh, you that guy?
A crazy story. The
Okay.
first one comes out, Matrix, And my granddad takes us to the movies to watch it while we're at the movies. Remember, that movie came out back in the day where in wintertime, for us Ohio people, we used to wear the big puffy jackets.
For sure.
Back in the day, we had the puffy jackets.
Yeah.
And then remember the lanyards that you would keep your keys on.
Hey, something just happened on my phone right now.
Two
If I
fat
tell
women.
this story, our ratings will go out the roof. But also, I'll get killed. So I'm not going to tell.
Hold on.
Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. That's how I silenced it. All right. So the ratings was going out the room. So.
It ain't even a good story no more. But watching a martial arts movie and then two fat women start fighting each other with the lanyard, hitting each other. But they got on these big puffy jackets. You can't feel nothing.
They were serious?
So they went at it for like 5 minutes. Then finally somebody comes down and escorts them out. And it was, for me, being I was young, I was like 12 or 11.
I would have been crying.
It literally was one of the craziest things at that point in time that I had ever seen. I couldn't believe it.
I don't miss Ohio.
What they fighting about?
Well, we about to fight about this right here.
Well, the Ohio cold makes, I think, the happiness level in Ohio is usually here, and then once you start getting colder, that's when tensions start to rise.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like anytime it's cold, you don't need to be provoked a lot.
Remember the car I had, the Impala?
For sure.
So at one point you couldn't even get in on the driver's side.
You had to go passenger side.
So I got Kenny with me, and I'm like, "Yo, open up the door. It's winter time."
Wild boy Kenny?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Like, open up the door. He like, "I'm trying." He messing with it. It's cold.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, what you doing? Open up the door. I can't think it's cold out here.
That I was never. It was one of those where I should have done it, but I never got the remote start, and that is like the number. I feel like the sales of that in Ohio and in cold areas has to be through the roof.
Yeah.
Going out there to start your car, scrape it off, and then you get in, the car's still cold.
And then you come out here, and it's funny because it's completely reversed.
Air conditioning.
You gotta have the AC on before you get in the car, especially in the summertime.
Wise wisdom from my uncle.
Okay.
Want to know if a girl really loves you? No AC in Vegas. If she riding around with you in that car, she really loves you.
Really?
Do you love yourself? If you're
Yeah,
driving
exactly.
around?
Would you ride around with some? Hey, bro, I just catch the bus.
I'm not sure if you love yourself if you're driving around Vegas without air conditioning on.
But
I can't imagine.
You know, I went to the Midwest one year and I went to the movies and it was about 20 degrees. I come out the movies after about 3 hours. You know, when you start the car, it says some crazy number. Mm-hmm. When I tell the story, that's the number, and that's the number I felt and feel in my head. It said -710. I said, never get, I said -7 or 10, because I know you know. Don't tell that story. Do not tell. Hey, I'm about to quit the podcast.
I feel
Do not tell that story.
Listen,
I don't think I know it.
we go to LA for a fight, and while we out
I did
there,
not say that, man.
while we out there, first of all, I'm like, yo, I got to do yoga. So y'all going with me to do yoga.
Yeah.
Wife at that point in time.
They tried to
girlfriend,
kill me.
I've done yoga with Shawn twice.
And
not
and
pleasant.
then he comes with his girl.
Yeah.
So they go to yoga with me. This dude in like 5 minutes drinks 20 ounces of water.
They didn't tell me I got to conserve my water.
And only has one bottle of water through a
was hot,
whole
and it was hot
90
yoga.
minute. Through a whole 90-minute class of hot yoga. And and it just was unreal. He was in there dying, right? So my whole thing when I would go to LA is I always had like just try to keep my tight regimen. So I had my chiropractor coming over. He was gonna work on me, and I met him downstairs.
Oh, I do know this story. Go ahead.
Yeah, I met him downstairs. I said, "Yo,
This is wild.
my guy is upstairs. You don't have to spend a lot of time on him. I just want you to touch him up just a little bit."
Yeah.
I said, "I need to laugh today, and I know I'm gonna laugh if you do this for me."
Yeah.
He said, "Oh yeah, no problem." I said, please don't charge me. I don't need you to work on him for an hour, nothing like that. Give me 10 minutes. He said, "Yeah." No.
Oh, you did that for free?
He said, "Yeah, no problem." Right. So we go upstairs and everybody just chilling.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh no, get him first." And chilling. He like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, get on the table real quick. I just want you to get worked out, since yoga." And he gets Ant on the table and starts like, doing his thing.
Yeah.
But then he finds whatever spot
I hate that.
that this
I
dude
hate that.
been hurting for
My
years.
shoulder, man. My shoulder.
and you see he on his shoulder, but his leg come up.
Yeah.
He on his shoulder, but his leg come
Hey,
up.
my man got one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When they get you at
Yeah.
the elbow and they're trying to work the knot out, I'm like, What the hell?
And my guy Smooth, right? Yeah. So my guy Smooth, he said, "Oh, you wasn't gonna tell me about this, huh?" And like, I ain't know. I ain't know that was there.
You thought you were withholding a stressful spot on purpose.
So he held it there. He said, "Listen, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it?" This dude said, "It's like an 80."
I did not say that.
I hit the floor dying, man. And that was it. And he hardly could work on me because I kept laughing the whole time, reminiscing on that. So
I like a combination. I haven't had too many massages, but I like when it's strong enough to work some of the stress out and work some of the problem areas out. But not like I had one where there were so many like knots in certain spots. It was all elbows. It was like,
bro.
It was like I was fighting Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat. Like it was just all like I was like, dude, this doesn't feel good.
I thought you were supposed to use your hands.
Yeah, something.
Same dude. I asked because he was working on me one time.
Next time I need me a soft sensual dude.
Same soft sensual dude. Same gentleman. Same chiropractor. Let me get professional.
Oh yeah.
Same chiropractor, right? And he was working on me. I said, yo. When'd you start? Like, what made you think to start doing this? He said, "You want me to be honest?" I said, "Yeah." He said, I don't think this is a true story. He said, "One day I looked at my elbows and I said, you know what? I could use these." I was like, "Yo, get off me."
Yeah. That is a wild origin story for a superhero chiropractor.
Yeah.
Just looking at their elbows and just like, I could use these.
Yeah, shout out, man. He did work, though.
Well,
he did work. I felt good.
Brenagh.
Afterwards. Probably afterwards.
Yeah, man, during the moment.
I got to shout him out now because I just told him about
some
the
love,
podcast.
man.
So
Give him some love.
Shout out.
Mr. Dr. Lucas, we miss you, man. We need them elbows.
No, we don't. Keep them elbows to yourself. I'm getting me a different dude next time.
He works with Stephen A.
Okay. Shout out to Stephen A.
Shout out
That's why he always mad. He hurt.
He's getting the elbow.
Yeah, he getting the elbow treatment.
Yeah, it is definitely, it's an interesting component of that. It's necessary, but it's the long payoff. It's the reward afterwards.
Yeah.
Because at that time you're like, man, this doesn't not feel pleasant. Yep. But a couple hours later, you're like, okay,
it feels good.
Feel a little loose.
Good.
That's when it's a good time.
Never again.
No.
That's the tough part about this quarantine and everything, man. You can't get a massage. You can't. I got the cold tub in the garage, but no sauna, no jacuzzi.
Those are rich people problems.
It's been a tough time for me out here.
Hey, I'm just looking at him like, you got people really got problems.
Yeah, man.
We go here with these rich problems.
You know, it's tough during the quarantine when my sauna is only at 112 degrees.
Went to the ATM, they had no 20s.
Yeah.
Had to take all hundreds. Sean got rich problems.
This is true. But Sean, like I've said it before, I did know Sean when he was not rich. And he was a very similar individual driving said Impala.
I deserve the problems I got now, right?
Yeah, I remember when I met him. He wasn't balling. It was all in the last 5 years. Ooh. You out of here, baby. Made it.
Man. Yeah. It's been a long ride.
Yeah. Hey, my man just bought a yacht.
I ain't buying no yacht.
Okay, you ain't buy a yacht? Okay.
Hey, and there's a YouTube video telling y'all all about my life. Oh. It's all the way wrong.
It has like his net worth and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, he got Range Rovers. Hey, Sean ain't got no Range Rover.
Me and Tiki was up till like 3 a.m. yesterday, and we just watching movies. And I was like, "Yeah, have you ever seen the video on my life?" She's like, "No." So let me show this to you. And I'm like, hold my fingers up like this. She says, "What are you counting?" I'm like, "I'm counting everything that's wrong in this video."
Yeah, that was crazy.
Ran out of fingers very quickly with that.
Yeah, I can't get this down dude. Like that. That's full. He cheap at the end of the day.
So what you gonna buy?
Oh,
$1 million right now. What you gonna get?
Me?
Yes, sir. The Escalade.
I'm pocketing $1 million.
Oh, you gonna pocket all of it?
Yeah, you know we still arguing right now. Arguing over 80,000. Who?
You and I. You and I.
I mean, we could go into business. I got to make my money make money. I don't like spending.
I'm buying all bamboo stuff and saving the rest.
You should buy some stock in bamboo. That's my new move. Whatever I like, I buy stock in it.
I don't even know how you buy stock in bamboo.
Because
there's different things, though.
So you got to find out the origin of it.
It's a tree.
I can put you on, man.
It's a plant.
I don't know great stuff. I know little stuff, though.
Listen, man, sports been good to Ohio.
Yeah, LeBron about to get in one.
Yeah.
Score's been good to Cleveland.
Yeah, this was
About time.
You said it was kind of an anticlimactic end of the finals, and that is an understatement.
Yeah, they shooting lights out right now.
They're at least the Heat are within at this time 26 in the fourth quarter, so
Good Lord.
closer game than it has
This
been.
may be his second easiest championship.
Bron.
They ran through OKC here. Them boys is young.
Probably, yeah. And this one's gonna be interesting. I think we mentioned it before, but how it's judged based on the bubble. Some people are actually diminishing it, and some people are saying it's tougher.
Kind of like the strike season when San Antonio won it the first time with the Twin Towers.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't put a lot of respect on that
Yeah,
championship.
and this one's so different because you've mentioned like there's no travel, there's no fans, but also you've been isolated from your family for X amount of months, and obviously everyone's just dealing with the pandemic. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they kind of evaluate this one.
Like I said, to me, everybody had to go through it. You did the same thing I had to do.
Yeah.
We came on top.
Yep. Yeah, and I'm glad
Shout
Bron's
out to
gonna pick it up.
LeBron.
Yeah,
Is he winning the MVP?
yeah, because he's been great these last two.
The last two since we talked.
Yeah.
He talking about
he might have listened.
Yeah, he might have heard the podcast.
Nah, he ain't
you
heard
ain't
it.
call him?
Nah, he
that's
ain't
why
heard it.
you ain't call him?
Nah,
might have heard.
nah,
Oh, he use Connect.
No,
Yeah, there's words on the street. He might have heard.
no, he didn't hear this.
But he's been great. I still even if they do go Anthony Davis, I don't have an issue with it. But I think LeBron these last couple games really cemented that he was the guy.
They should give it to my boy Danny Green.
That was bad.
Hey, didn't he used to run with you guys in Cleveland?
Yeah, as a rookie.
He was hooping then, right?
No,
He was a rookie?
we had him like very, very. I'm not even sure if he was on like an official roster. Like,
Oh, man.
we had him like as a rookie, and maybe he got released before the season or something. But
Damn, I don't even remember that.
Hey, somebody I missed from you guys. Sugauskas or
Logauskas, yeah.
what happened to that was my guy. He went down to Miami?
He said what happened to
Funny
him.
about
Because I felt like I didn't see him after he left Cleveland.
yeah, so he went to Miami, but what was funny about Big Z was the Cavs got him when he was like a teenager, I think.
Yep.
And he was really athletic. Like that was his thing. He was 7'1", could really move, get up and down the floor, and then he broke his foot like 2 or 3 seasons in a row, and then completely changed his game and became just mids and just tossing it in the blender and giving buckets. But yeah, Big Z was a bright spot when we didn't have a whole lot of bright spots for a while.
Listen, I'm gonna come to you first with
All
this.
right, let's do this, baby. Where we at?
I'm intrigued.
Errol Spence Jr., Danny Garcia moved to December in Dallas, AT&T Stadium, Jerry's World.
If I'm Danny, I'm not going for it unless you're willing to pay me more.
Why?
Because judges, just the BS of the game, man. It's basically his home. It's his house. You fighting in his house. If it's close, I think Errol gets the nod. Like if he got him, even if it's 7-5, I think you could get screwed. I just feel like I just don't like that, man. I told you.
Yeah.
Hey, we fight this boy again, we not fighting him in Texas. Yeah. Like you don't want to get to that point. I mean, that's one of the bad parts of boxing, actually, is the judges.
And you were, correct me if I'm wrong, you were down to fight him in Texas.
Yeah.
This last
Yeah, he will. We know
No,
that.
I'm talking about
But-
even
but-
this last fight.
Yeah.
The first fight, he was willing to go down there.
For me, when I experienced seeing Errol Spence Jr. and the other Garcia, Mikey Garcia, I was like, wow. Like, completely different thing now.
For sure.
But at that point in time, I was like, wow. Like, everybody showed up to this. Yeah. And there's obviously a great Mexican following down there as well. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, just the energy, that's what I'm all about. We talked about that with Stephen A. Smith Stephen Espinoza. And y'all know me, I'm all about the energy, So for me, and my dad and I, we talked about it, and he says, we don't need to go down there. I said like, yeah, but
we could though.
I was like, yeah, but this tight. He said, Shawn, it's tight, but it's, we're past this. Yeah. He said, it's not worth it. Go ahead. What you think?
I'm not sure if I think there should be any issue, I guess, with it going there. Errol is the champ. Yeah. Which you at a lot of points kind of dictate where that goes. Mm-hmm. We've seen a lot. I mean, he fought Mikey Garcia there. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I think you deal with that if you're Danny Garcia. Maybe, like Ant said, maybe you try to negotiate and see if you get a little more money.
Yeah, I got to get more money. I have to get more money.
But I don't think it's a huge deal.
Yeah. I don't either. I think that right now, especially, you go where
you can.
the money can take.
So you think they're getting more money since it's going from L.A.
Well, they'll
to
get the
fans?
gate. There's going to be fans, so they'll get some money off the gate.
But the pay-per-view contract probably goes down.
Honestly, we never really know what the contracts look like.
You don't never know when nobody's getting paid but you.
yeah. We never really know. But I think Fox has been doing boxing since the end of July. And I think they feel that now's the time for them to move and start trying to, establish a crowd and establish some normancy with athletics now, And I think that, I don't know, man. It's touchy. You spoke on it last week. I think it's just touchy all the way around. However, if you can get fans to be there and support these fighters, I think it adds to the event. It adds to the night. And I think it's worth it. When I fought out there and at the Microsoft Theater, I fought against Sebastian Formella. Nobody knew his name. Yeah. You got two guys right here that virtually everybody in the boxing world knows their name. And respectively, a lot of people in a lot of other places, a lot of other industries know both fighters. Yeah. And so it's really hard to take that fight to the Microsoft Theater.
Yeah.
It just in a lot of ways it doesn't make sense. Yeah. And so I think that even initially with scheduling the fight for November, I know for a fact that they were anticipating doing somewhere in California, not specifically the Microsoft, even though that's been home for Fox. But I think they made it late November to see what direction the world was going in. And now seeing that things are kind of starting to slow down. And well,
kind of, not really though.
There's a little bit of more control.
Honestly, we don't got the answer, Sean. We don't got the,
I can't massage that.
You can't get the elbow.
Don't even do it.
All right, well, they like, hey, everybody else doing this, and we gonna do it.
Basically, they went to a state that's allowing them to allows them to have fans.
Yeah. So
they're hoping to get the benefit of the financial kickback of that, and also not put the fighters, not put fans at risk, which is ideal. Yeah. If you can make the money and keep it as safe as physically possible, that's as good of a circumstance as you'll have.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you won't get 100,000. What is it, like 100,000 up in there? I mean, if boxing gets 100,000, that'd be crazy.
No, they're not gonna do that.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
It's gonna be super limited, I would assume.
Yeah, but I'm guessing it's gonna be super limited. But
which it should be. Which it should be.
Fights you have. What's the most electric arena you've been in?
Wolstein Center.
Staples. That Staples fight was.
This guy.
What did he say?
He said the Wolstein Center.
You can't get a
that must be some
Cleveland State. Where Shawn won his first.
Where'd you win
that
sound like a high school.
Where'd you win your first belt?
NABO title.
It was live?
Yeah.
Hells
it was live? You was in there hype?
Hells yeah.
You painted your chest?
Russell Jordan? No.
Okay.
Listen, man,
that Staples was crazy?
Staple, yeah.
Oh, you going back to the Wall Street?
Yeah.
Bury the Wall Street.
I love the Staples, man.
I get this, man, a lot of respect. We was talking before the fight, like, man, ain't nobody rocking with you. You just got your 10%.
Yeah.
By the 8th round, my man had that stadium like, okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you wanted, but that.
Yeah. Because you, for me, and I'm sure it's like that for a lot of fighters, the crowd takes you, you know what I mean? It's like a wave. Yeah. And if the crowd is with you, you riding that wave, and vice versa. If something ain't going the way you wanted to go, you feel it, you know what I mean? Yeah. So my whole thing was absolutely, whoever was saying Shawn can't win, Shawn ain't this, Shawn ain't that, I'm aiming for you. Like, I'm fighting this guy, but I'm aiming for you. And, I like the fight at when I fought Keith Thurman. I told this story before. When I fought Keith, you were there, right?
No, I wasn't there. We was at my house.
Were you there?
Yeah.
No, we was at my house.
Oh, damn, neither one of y'all was there. It's crazy.
We had money.
It's all good.
I just don't like traveling to New York for fights.
Do y'all remember me being booed by the crowd walking out?
Oh, no.
At the house?
No, I'm just saying, I didn't know if you could hear that.
At Ant's house. No, I do not. I do not specifically remember that. No.
So, and the funny thing about that is my dad says, so once everything happens and they actually booed the decision, we're walking back to the back and my dad says, he says, look at this, listen to this. He said, man, this is bad. I said, what's up? He said, coming out to the fight, everybody was booing you. You didn't deserve to be booed walking out to the ring, but now you're being booed or they're booing the
decision.
decision as you walk back to the room.
Yeah.
He said boxing, this doesn't happen anywhere else.
Yeah.
And the funny part about that was coming to the ring against Ken Thurman. I was like, I was in my own zone and I spaced out. I didn't even recognize that anyone had booed, me coming to the ring. And I thought about that after the fight, sometime after the fight. Like, I wonder if that would have kind of deterred me from doing what I did that night.
Yeah.
If I had heard that and possibly even reacted to that,
Playing sports, playing football, even in high school. I used to like playing away. I used to love the Bulls. The Bulls put something else on me, but you may not be one of those guys. Like, I love the Bulls.
Oh, no.
You don't like being a villain?
No.
I love being a villain. But that's the type of guy I am.
But I've never really been booed like that. I mean,
But like, what about y'all rival? Who's y'all rival in Stowe?
Not even gonna mention them.
Ooh, that's
Sean played for both of them.
I was gonna say
Sean played for both of them.
even funnier.
What?
Same thing. Like,
Yeah.
so I was.
Hold on, no. And there was a dude that we was like brothers, man. He went to the other high school. Till this day, I never talked to him again.
And I'm gonna be modest.
He was my rival.
And I'm gonna be modest because I was the best player on that team. And then
you that guy.
And then when I moved, I was the best player on this team.
Also had a big interception on homecoming against the
Absolutely.
Oh, he came to you guys?
He came to us second.
Yeah.
So,
They should
second.
have jumped you at the other school. I would have been okay.
Game winning interception.
Nah,
That's
this
how I
is-
gets down.
yeah.
That's how I gets down.
Yeah.
Dang, why did I take
introduce-
There it
this?
is. There it is.
We'll introduce this thing
Dang,
another time.
what?
Second best football
We'll
player.
introduce
ever,
this
so.
another time.
I should have never said nothing. I should have not set myself up for this.
But it was the same thing. I mean, I'm a hard person to dislike. Y'all know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I mean, I'm a hard person to dislike. So even when
That's a wild
hold up,
statement.
but
to say.
even
Go ahead.
I know, and I said I'm gonna be modest. But
Hey,
even when
you don't say that about yourself.
And
you let
then
me
also say
or Carson say
and then
that.
also
All right.
said I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
be modest.
go ahead,
Yeah, I'm a hard person to dislike.
hey,
That's like
hard person to dislike.
I'm not so sure about that. I'm not sure
yeah,
if I agree with
this
that.
guy right here.
All right, man, we gotta move forward.
Hey, Sean said something wild.
No,
So,
stop.
Sean said something wild. We have to cut it. We have to say the podcast.
Listen, we got a big fight coming up this week. Teofimo Lopez versus Vasyl Lomachenko this Saturday night. We caught up with my man Teofimo before his fight. Check it out. All right, everybody, let's welcome Teofimo Lopez to the Porterweight Podcast. What's up, champ?
What's up, man? How you doing, champ?
I'm doing great, man. How you feeling?
Like a champ, man. 2 weeks away. I'm excited.
Not too far at all. Listen, I'm gonna ask you this, and then I'm gonna let my guys get in there and do what they do. But I gotta know, the last time we saw you was against Richard Cormier, second
Yes.
round TKO, and you toss on the Joe Burrow jersey, Heisman Trophy winner, and you actually strike the pose. What I want to know is, are you keeping up with Joe Burrow? You seen what he's doing so far right out there in Cincinnati?
What are they now? Well, I know that he's doing his thing. He's the
doing
first.
his thing.
He's doing his thing, big
Yeah.
things, especially with the Bengals. So I'm, congrats to him, man. And I think that he's definitely a good turnaround for the Bengals,
Absolutely.
for Cincinnati.
Absolutely.
And he has a bright future ahead of him for sure.
Absolutely. I think he's putting it down on the football field a lot like you have in the ring.
Transitioning right into that. So I think you're the future of the division. I don't think that's in question. As the young guy, the young gun, what made you think, okay, don't let me call out somebody in the middle. Let me call out the guy, or the people think is the guy at the division.
I think it's just that true champion mentality. You want to just show the world and everything that you are the best, and that in order to do that, you have to, I guess, whoever they think is the best at that moment, you have to face, and I think that's where it comes to. My mentality is all about proving to not the world, but to myself that I am what I say I am, and that's the best fighter in this era, and that's how I go to it, man. I'm a fighter, man. I'm a fight till I can't no more. That's why, doing the things that I do, facing Richard Cormier, who was a world champion and defending his title. And, I was a challenger. And just like that, working hard and just staying focused.
And I got to give you respect because 15-0 out. What 15-0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when Sean was 15-0, he wasn't in a big world title fight like this. So I got to give you props because this is just a different generation. You guys want it early. You don't want to wait till you 20-0, 30-0. Like, let's get it going.
I look at it like I guess we could say that. I'm thankful though, and I'm grateful that at 15 fights I was able to get the world title shot.
Yeah.
And having that opportunity, not a lot of people get to have that. So for that, I'm already blessed and thankful for.
Absolutely.
And just to be able to win that world title and my first world title at Madison Square Garden, the Mecca of boxing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very beautiful, man, and I'm always gonna be forever thankful for that.
Yeah.
And just with all that right now, and then right now at 23 years young, fighting for all the titles, that's man, it's a lot to talk about right there.
Yeah, and like I said, I think you're the future. I'll keep it a buck with you. I got Loma winning this fight, but how do you, going into specifically with him, he's such an interesting fighter where, he has the pivots, he throws punches from different angles. How are you able to replicate that in training and sparring and kind of getting prepared for that?
Well, because you guys haven't seen everything yet. I'm only able to give you what the fighter I'm facing can give me, at that particular moment. You guys don't know that I've been a natural boxer throughout my amateur career and everything. The fact that I do have footwork and the fact that I know how to set up punches, bait a fighter in, know how to fight on my back foot, and things like that, my ring IQ. It's just things like that I love to, being able to have those opportunities. And I learned that from sparring great champions like Shawn Porter himself, and him giving me those pointers on what to do, teaching me the game. And that was something that I definitely was able to take upon with me, and that's where I'm at now. I'm still learning, you learn something new every day. And that's why I want to challenge myself. And it's not, it's not against the person that I'm facing. It's more about what else can I do to not only shock the world, but what else can I do in this sport to show that I am the best?
Yeah. See, and talking fighter to fighter, listening to you right now, I understand exactly where you're coming from. It's fight specific. It's based on who you're in the ring with will depend on what you would do. I think for a long time, people just thought that I was only a power puncher and I was only aggressive. And if I wasn't all up on you, that there was no other way I could win. I think people are starting to see now that a lot like you, natural boxer, foot movement, more speed than people give you credit for or think you even have. And it's because you've only seen so much, So for me, it's like I look at this fight like it's 50-50. I'm telling you that when I heard this fight was announced, this was the fight for me. And then I heard that it was going away. I was like, no, don't do this to me. And it's back. I can't wait. Upon saying that, I got to do a temperature check, baby. I know that it's been some things that's happened in the past with your dad approaching Lomachenko, letting him know like, hey, we here. All right, the Lopez's are here, and don't run away from us when we say your name. I just want to do a temperature check right now based on everything that's going on in the past. How are y'all as a team feeling right now? How are you feeling right now? Just 2 weeks to go.
Oh man, I'm exhausted already. Just with training camp, man. Just and that's how I gotta feel, man. Just gotta feel like that. That's how I know I'm already ready, and I'm at that point now where once I get that rest time, which is fight week, man, we don't, our game plan on everything, we don't throw punches or anything, we let everything rest. This is my last week of camp.
Week of the fight, right?
I'm very, I'm looking forward to it. My weight is good. Weight's never been an issue though, you know what I mean?
Right.
And us as a team, man, it's only getting better and stronger. We're understanding and I'm maturing more, and as my father, he's very outspoken. You know that.
Yep,
I mean, as someone that's also trained by their father and everything,
Who's also outspoken.
We come from the same class.
Yeah, we come from the same class, and I think sometimes people don't understand that. They know what we need. They know that we need that push. Sometimes they could see it, they could sense it, and no one's gonna know us better than them. And that's why we're always with them. And I think that the best thing that I have right there is him in my corner.
Yeah, speaking of your dad, man, you can't see me. I'm off mic. I'm about 6'3", 6'4". I ran into your dad in the store, man, and I noticed he had your hat on with your name on it. I asked him, I said, I think this is probably like the end of last year, right after the fight. I kind of worded him like, you guys kind of ready to go. I forgot exactly what I said, but I respect my elders just being from Louisiana, and I remember the energy came from him. I didn't want to say nothing else. He was just like we've been in the ring with Shawn Porter because I'm friends with Shawn. I've been in the ring he was letting me like his energy was ready to go. That was 9 months ago. Is he always like that? Just intense.
And I started, man. He's been like that since I started boxing.
Yeah.
You know, and he's never changed. That's why when people ask me if I feel pressure or anything, I'm like, nah. I think I was just raised with pressure my whole life.
Yeah.
Just the way he speaks and the way he's very outspoken about things. It's like, you know, they put you in a situation. You're like, I got to do it though.
Yep.
You know, I'm not gonna fold, and that's just where it comes to. You know, that mentality. I think that throughout the years, though, boxing has. Not only has it made me grown outside as just a human being, but also as an athlete and understanding the game and taking all those things that I need to mature myself to realize that, hey, like this could happen if you don't do this right. And if you don't take care of your body, you know, you won't be able to do this and X, Y, and Z. So, you know, he's always been like that though. My father, man, but he brings that energy, man. He brings the energy that I need, and he brings the energy that the fight fans need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think I got gas. I think I just walked out the gas
station. So you're younger than all three of us, but you got kind of an old school vibe to you, a hard working vibe. New York guy,
yeah.
Top 5 New York rappers all time. Who you got?
Nas. Of course, you got Tupac. You got Biggie. Mobb Deep. And who else I could say is DMX, one of my favorites.
Nice.
I respect the list. Shook Ones. Is Loma? Is he shook ones before this fight?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shook one, man.
Love it.
No such thing as halfway crooks.
Listen, I'm not gonna keep you all night, man. We appreciate your time. It's good to just.
I got more time.
I know, man. You want to keep rocking? We can keep rocking, man. I know how you get down, man. You'll go because I'm the same way, man. We, like I said before, we come from the same class, and as a fighter, now an analyst of boxing, when I analyze this fight, man, I love it. I'm telling you, this is the fight of the year for me. And I have no doubt that y'all are both going to go in there and put it down the way the fans will want you to, the way your colleagues, the other fighters will want you to. And I'm pulling for you. And I'm telling you that even though I feel that Lomachenko I have this fight 45-55 Lomachenko. And even in saying that, and it ain't because I know you, it's because I see it like this, the underdog spirit. I see the fight that you've been through in and out of the ring. I know where you come from without standing next to you and walking with you every step of the way. You know what I mean? Because we come from the same class. So I admire you, man. I admire your work. I admire the fact that you enjoy it when you in there doing it. Not too many guys can do that, man. This is a hard sport, and you know it. Not too many guys can get in there and have fun while they do it. I think that's what makes you dangerous. And that's what I love about this fight. I think we got a young lion that is not going to accept no and is prepared, more prepared than a lot of people think. I think when you came on, you said, hey, man, I got some things in the arsenal that don't nobody even know about. I believe it because I've been there. I've seen it. And not only that, like when I watch you, I can see that there's a fire that's burning inside you, man, that I love, man, and I admire it, man. So we looking forward to it.
I wanna say something about not to blow smoke up anywhere up there, just to let you know though. Before I turned pro, and I think I was still doing the Olympics, and that's when I think you were preparing for the Keith Thurman fight.
Oh, and we was trying to figure out when we spar. It was Keith Thurman.
I heard you touched him up too.
Oh yeah, your dad let me know that in the gas station.
Nah, but it was great work, first and foremost. But the thing that I noticed though around that time was even after the fight with you and Keith Thurman, and you guys put on a show. Yeah. But like you always do. And one thing that I love and I admire, and that's one thing that I took with me through this point in time, and I'm always going to, is someone like yourself that is a true champion, a world champion, a world-class act, but the way you carry yourself afterwards against anything and just being around people, the way you are, the way you carry as a humble person,
Yes,
I was like, man, he makes it big and he makes good money, but the fact that he still holds himself that way, he doesn't let anything get up to his head.
Yes, sir.
I was like, I could do the same.
Yes, sir. I appreciate
And because of that,
man.
you know I'm an asshole, whatever it is when I do my sport.
Yeah.
But outside of it is a different thing, and that comes all because of you.
Well,
you know, and I grab that.
I appreciate
that,
man.
a lot.
I really do appreciate that, and that's why we named this podcast "The Port Away." I think we want to bring something new and fresh and different to the viewers, to the listeners, and I think that who I am with everything that you've described, that really is the Port Away, and that's how we want things to be around here. Let me ask you that, since you're not going anywhere, I'm keeping you for one more minute. Do you
go ahead, whatever you want.
Do you think that the image that you have right now, the things that you are portraying in the ring and outside the ring, do you think you're showing everybody who you want them to remember you as?
Yeah, you know, I think that we still have that progress. We still have so much more to show. You know, that's why I keep that hunger and that just to understand that, hey, like, you know, I am a world champion today, you know, but I'm a world champion at life. And the fact that to prevail through everything and just go through that adversity and just to know that, you know, the thing that I want to do, one thing for sure, for certain, is that with success, I'm never going to be satisfied because we're always going to want more. With success, we always want more. You know, after this, I have all the belts. I want more at 140, you know, things like that. So outside of that, though, definitely I just want to show everybody.
I'll be gone when you get to 47. I'll be gone. Wait, go ahead, man. What you want to? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, man. I just want to
show everybody.
It's more about you know what it is though. It's more about the fact that we can only do so much in the sport that we love. You know what I mean? Become world champions and all those things and have all those accolades. But the thing is the fact that we have also a voice to help our communities out there. Yeah. You know, and that's the most important part. You know, and I think that, you know, you don't need to take photos about it. Just do it. And you know, and in case if someone catches you doing it, then they caught you doing it. But as long as you're doing a good deed, you know, and it's not for publicity or anything, it's really just coming from the heart. And that's my main goal, is to do things like that. Me, with someone that has asthma, you know, I'm definitely going to put donations, and I'm definitely going to do all those things for those that have asthma and let them know that, hey, even though I'm a world champion, I have asthma and everything. Absolutely. You know, nothing. If I have asthma, it shouldn't stop you to keep doing what you're doing. Absolutely. You know, and whatever you're pursuing, and that's where it comes to, man. It's all about giving back. It ain't really about taking everything. We can take all we can from the sport. We can take those punches, everything. It's gonna stay with us. But the fact is, what are you gonna do afterwards? You know, what are you gonna do to be remembered as a people's champion?
The thing I tell everybody that I come in contact with, that's like, all of us, we do more than just hit each other. We do more than just win belts. We do more than just put money into a bank account. We've been through more, and you guys need to really understand that we have a story that can not only bring tears to your eyes, but it can affect other people in a very positive way. And that's exactly what you want to do, man. Hold on to that, man. Hold on to all of your aspiration, all of your goals. I see that you have not lost anything that you have wanted and that you've been working for since I saw you way back when you were going for the Olympic Games. So I'm proud of you, and I'm glad to see you at where you're at right now. And I promise you, this will not be the last time you'll be on the Port Away podcast.
Nah, thank you for having me, man.
God bless you, man. Yeah, I'm out here, man. So
appreciate it.
Come see us when you're done with that fight, man.
Of course, man. I'm gonna be out there definitely. But I'll be there next week, man. We get in there October 10th. Okay. You know, we just start getting ready for everything. Okay.
So you need anything, man? Let me know. I'm at your disposal. Of course. God bless you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Take care, man.
Later. Yep. All right, man. That was the interview with Teofimo Lopez. Looking good.
He locked in.
He's locked in for sure.
Oh, you said even keeled, right?
Who, me?
No, Teo.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Not too much. Not too little. He looked like he's right there where he needs to be.
He's a good balance. I mentioned that he's super, super focused and very competitive, and like he clearly is ready to take the step, but he also very humble, very willing to give back, and just overall real good.
Lacks no confidence.
Yeah, he's a good ambassador for boxing.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Listen, we gotta introduce Sean Zytel with the fight hype, and here to help us break down the rest of this fight before we get up out of here.
You've seen him a time or two.
Y'all seen him a time or two. I don't think I've introduced him to y'all, but y'all should already know who he is.
I begged and pleaded to get on, and
Yeah, right.
and
Stop it.
They said
They may never have seen his face though, because usually behind the camera for all the fight videos.
Hey, before I ever met this guy, because I used to just hear his voice, I was like, oh, he white?
I've gotten that before.
I used to just hear this dude behind the mic all the time. Okay.
That's funny.
So what's up, Sean, man? We'll start with you. Couple days away, man. How you feeling?
I can't wait for this fight. Even more than Wilder and Fury's rematch, I look forward to this fight more than any other fight of the year.
Okay.
You know, it's a real boxing fans fight, I feel like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that this is the epitome of styles make fights right here. And I think that we are in for the fight of the year. I mean, obviously there's been a lot that's transpired this year, but even yet and still to be able to have a fight like this on the docket and just a few days away from it, I think is fabulous.
And still at the MGM. You know, which, all the fights are there now, but I still try to tell myself this is still a super fight at the MGM as normal.
Wow, I think that this would have been a super fight. I mean, we've seen it with Mayweather time and time again. We've seen it with Canelo out here, a few other fighters. But I think that this would have had that same type of magnitude.
Possible sellout.
Energy.
In the Garden, in Madison Square Garden.
The Garden. Yep.
I think better back east, but yeah, it would have been a huge fight. Still is.
Mm-hmm. You mean back east?
New York City.
Okay, got you.
Yeah,
got you.
I think that fight would have been electric in Madison Square Garden. MGM too, but
let's break it down, man. I think this is so. We about to get into this, and this will probably be the first time we've done this on the Porterweight podcast. So, I mean, let's dissect this fight, man. Everybody says Lomo's got it. Lopez doesn't have what it takes. And then you got a whole host of other people who says Lopez is that next guy, and it starts now. What do you say?
Everyone I talk to in boxing that really knows the sport, fighters, trainers, are all picking Lomachenko pretty much. Mm-hmm. I'm finding it hard for a fight that is kind of billed as close to 50-50-ish to find people actually picking the young bull. So maybe I'm going against all the logic that I should, but I'm going to pick Teofimo to pull this off. I mean, hell, you need someone to, right? I mean, I think he can. I think, when he's in the cooker, I think he's going to have some sauce that we haven't seen yet.
That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at with it. I mean, and like you said, there's a lot. The logic is like Lomachenko wins this fight, but then there's that hint of seeing what Lopez has done so far as a pro is also the fact. I mean, not just the fact that he said he's going to do things that we've never seen him do, but from one athlete to another, from one fighter to another, understanding that you just don't get it all in one night, and even through the course of 15 fights, you still don't get, you'll get 70% of a fighter, because that's not purposely what we intend to do, but it's just we do what it takes. And I think that there's some small little wrinkles that he's going to add Lopez to his game. And at the least, it's going to give Lomachenko some problems. So your whole thing is, now I get it. You love everything about Lomachenko, and I'm sorry if I'm using the word love
You're
loosely, because I kind of feel like I am, but
it's accurate.
From the movement to the speed to the power, the explosion, the whole nine. Yeah. And you're like he's gonna pivot the MF off of this guy. Yeah. And I know that's gonna happen. Lomachenko is not gonna go away from what he's done his whole entire career. Yeah. However, I think that Lopez is going to present some things in the beginning of the fight that's going to prevent Lomachenko from using his pivots. That's going to stop Lomachenko from trying to set up those little quick in and out pivoting moves that he likes to do. Sometimes he gets a guy turning. Sometimes he gets a guy off balance. Sometimes he gets a guy to take 2 steps to the right.
Make people quit. Off frustration.
Make people quit.
Frustration.
To that point, I think that is going to be the biggest thing that I'm focused on watching that fight, is making sure he doesn't get frustrated. This is Teofimo. Mm-hmm. Because we've seen and we've seen some fighters, not just random dudes, get frustrated. We've seen
guys.
I mean, Nicholas Walters, Rigondeaux. You had these guys that were great fighters, and they were just like, it was like they were fighting a ghost.
Yeah.
And so I think if Teofimo can stay even keeled, like you mentioned, can go in there, can be focused, can be, his normal self, and not because there's at some point there's gonna be a run where Lomachenko,
where he gets his ass kicked for a round or so.
Lomachenko's movement confuses him, and he's gonna be rattled. As long as in that moment he can stay composed, don't get too high with the highs, don't get too low with the lows. As long as he can kind of stay in that place, I think that'll be big for him.
He and his father,
for sure.
Because what happens when his dad in the corner in between the rounds?
I didn't think about that one.
Because Loma's Loma, he's inevitably gonna have his rounds where he does what he does.
And for me, that's the biggest separation in this fight. So you're talking about not only a young fighter with not that many fights, but you also have a young corner. Your dad, that means your dad is limited in experience.
Yeah.
And your dad, because you've had your way in so many fights, your dad hasn't had to figure out what do we need to do to make this work, to make this happen. So interesting enough, you may have a fighter who stays in the right place mentally, but then comes back to the corner and doesn't get the right information.
Panic.
Or the coach panics, hey, keep doing it, it's gonna work. Keep doing it, it's gonna work. So for me, the biggest separation in this fight is the corners. We know that Lomachenko and his dad, they've figured out the recipe to success, and they've done it time and time again. Mm-hmm. But we've also seen Lomachenko make adjustments. We've seen Lomachenko change from the first round to the end of the fight. So we have not had to see Lopez do that. And for me, that's the biggest thing when we talk about the young bull. The experience really does matter right here. Because you're going up against an Olympian. You're going up against a dude that takes his first world championship fight in his second fight and has been on the rise and has not looked back one time.
I wonder how much that fight helps with this one. Not that Teofimo and Salido are similar, but the fact that they can really bring it and that they can be aggressive where the other guys are aggressive, but also a little more not strategical with the way they are, but like I think Salido, when he beat Lomachenko, the only guy to do it so far, he was on his ass from the opening bell.
Yeah.
Was making sure to keep the pressure on him. And I wonder if Teofimo has been able to see that. Obviously, Lomachenko has grown leaps and bounds since then.
Absolutely.
But I wonder if he sees that and says, okay, this fight he lost was a lot of pressure. He was young, but I wonder if that, in a moment, if he decides to put his foot down a little more harder on the pedal.
And to your point, it's not about changing who you are as a fighter.
Yeah.
It's when we say, hey, watch film on a guy, we're not saying, hey, whatever this guy did, that's the only thing you can do to beat this guy. What we're saying is, hey, find moments to push him up against the ropes.
Right.
Find moments to get up inside his body and smother him and not allow him to breathe. Yeah. Let him know that he didn't get in the ring with a kid tonight. He got in the ring with a man tonight.
Who's bigger than he is.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, there's more ways to use someone else's game plan without completely aborting who you are as a fighter and making that a part of
taking
who
pieces
you are.
of it that work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I seen Teofimo in a fight with
Nakatani.
Well, things wasn't going right. He didn't get frustrated, but you could tell it was just like, but I didn't see the breakdown frustration that I was worried about in this fight.
Yeah.
He kept it together, but Lomachenko is a different beast. He can do it. My man was super long, kept him on his jab all night. But the thing I did not see that was worried me about it, that I was when I was looking back at film on Lopez, is his feet is not the greatest as I thought it was.
That's a
He's
problem.
more flat.
Yeah,
yes.
That's a problem.
Yes. Because if he can't, because worse, Lomachenko can get on his back feet and just move all day. And
that's part of why I'm picking Lopez. I've never seen Lomachenko beat guys off the back foot. I've never seen him step back. I've seen him step to the side all night long, but I've never seen him, like in America, and as fighters are taught here, that real boom,
Yeah.
and that step back counters. It's always off the side, and I think he's going to run into shots fighting like that, just being himself.
I don't know is this true or not, but you don't post a step straight back, right?
I was just about
No.
to say that's kind of a flaw that
Yeah.
U.S. fighters have, American fighters have, is that, you know, it's like once we're done, we go back. We typically don't go side to side. A lot of us don't pivot.
So you think he's
And
that's more
so- and-
something he was trained to do.
Lomachenko,
Yeah.
absolutely. Lomachenko and a lot of European
Pivots.
fighters
All
are
pivots.
taught. A lot of European fighters are taught to fight.
Hey, you
side
feel like
to
he on
side,
cross him?
opposed to
Pretty much.
straight, opposed to forward and backward. And interesting enough, I think that you don't when you fight like that, when you change that angle, you force the fighter to change his angle and his offensive attack. And so you talk about Lomachenko not having or not seeing him fight off of his back
Right.
foot. Well, we've never seen him in against anyone who's forced him to fight off of his back foot. And more so, can anyone force him to fight off of his back foot because he's been trained to go right, angle, left.
Is it the problem that they can't find him?
A lot of times they can't find him because he steps off.
And I think the problem being his feet, like you mentioned, but I still think Teofimo has the athleticism, the speed, and the counterpunching ability to catch him coming in as Linares did. And
So it's crazy when people talk about the people that I've heard say Lopez is going to win this fight. What about Jorge Linares? Linares dropped him. You telling me Lopez can't drop him? Lopez might knock him out.
Which he might. It's possible.
Lomachenko got dropped, got up, and kept fighting, and ended up making Linares quit.
Yeah.
So that's my argument to that. But I don't know. I mean, for me, it's really hard to distinguish who's got power, who's got more power.
Yeah.
Things
I
like
just
that.
think Teo's a better counterpuncher than people are going to expect on Saturday. That's one of the main reasons I'm picking him.
What would be your recipe for success for Teo? Would it be to catch him coming in?
To implement parts and pieces like you guys said of the Salido, because he can't wait on Lomachenko. He can't sit back and counter all night, even though I think that's what he's actually good at.
Yeah.
Despite being a power puncher, I think he's a counter puncher naturally.
It's not the fight for that.
Right. I think he can land
Moments.
good shots like that, really can, and get Loma's respect in a way no one else ever has. But he's going to have to mix it in with the jab. He's going to have to place a jab on Loma and back him up in spots. But I really think it's his counterpunching that can win him this fight.
And it's going to take a lot of time for Lomachenko or for Lopez to get respect from Lomachenko. It's going to take a long time. I'm talking, and he's got to Lomachenko's got to feel uncomfortable after about 6 or 7 rounds, feeling like, hey, things ain't really going the way we needed to go. And then he'll start to respect him and respect what he's doing in the ring. But until then, I'm telling you, he's going to look at this kid like he's young, like he's not ready. Anything he gets hit with, I guarantee you Lomachenko's going to smile at him. He's going to try to laugh it off.
Floyd Canelo.
Exactly. I mean, I really like that comparison because I think that this is very close to Floyd and Canelo.
I think age and everything is pretty close.
Yeah, it's
That's
just,
the consensus.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a matter of kind of like Shawn said with hopefully he can accelerate that timetable as far as the rounds that you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely.
If Teofimo comes out in the first round and he's able to, whether it's huge shots or whether it's just enough to kind of get Lomachenko backing up a little bit and saying, okay, whether it's, whoa, that's huge power, or at least it's, okay, he's getting to me. So I need to adjust a little bit. And then it's going to be a matter of, for me, when I watch boxing, it's very rarely fighter A does something and fighter B adjusts and that's it.
Right.
It's what fighter A does and then fighter B reacts,
Yeah.
fighter A reacts, and then fighter B reacts. So it's going to be, if he makes Lomachenko change up his style or his game plan on the night, then what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And then it's going to be a matter of whether the corners are able to help that, or both these guys are such good fighters and great fighters. They'll be able to also do that a little bit themselves, where they can see certain things in rounds, not just in between rounds. And in rounds, say, okay, maybe I can push down the gas pedal a little bit more. Maybe I need to fight a little more on my back
A
foot.
lot of people refer to a fight as a cat and mouse game.
Yeah.
You know, where one guy's moving and he's hitting and moving. And I just feel like this is gonna be like cat versus cat. Both guys are fast. Both guys are slick. Both guys know their moves, and they're on top of them every time. I really see this like a back and forth.
It's a chess match.
This is very much so a chess match.
See, king stays the king.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see a chess match. I can see him up early. Loma can go up early. If I'm Lopez, I try to jump on him ASAP, and it's
He has
how
to
do
win
you
the
jump
early
on
part.
him? Yeah, how do you jump on him? I don't know.
He has to win early. He's got to make Lomachenko feel uncomfortable early.
Immediately, like Shawn says, first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
What are you waiting on? Go get him.
Yeah.
This is
I ain't say that.
No.
Pretty
I'm
much
just saying
said
that's
that.
just
Yeah.
your. But he can't wait this fight. He has to go
Yeah.
because otherwise Loma could probably pick him apart.
But if he gets a couple of moments early on in the fight, first 3 rounds,
Just like Shawn said.
where he touches Lomachenko and Lomachenko isn't able to touch him, Lomachenko's gonna come out 4th round, 5th round, trying to put his foot on the gas pedal. And I think
That could get interesting.
that puts things in Lopez's hands.
Look at this guy. He acts like he's a boxer.
A lot like
He don't know.
a lot like Shawn said. I believe it too. Lopez is a much better counterpuncher than
Man,
a
you
lot
got
of
me
people.
hyped for the fight again, man.
I know. This is
gave
the
up
fight
on
of the
it.
year, man.
I'm so
I'm going on
hyped.
vacation and
I
everything.
can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, this and Lopez is a much better counterpuncher than I think than people even know, and I think that it sways not only the momentum but the speed of the fight, because now you have someone who likes to control where it happens and when it happens. Now they feel forced to make it happen, and then that just changes everything. I mean, I've been in fights where when I was an amateur, it was about the judges pushing the button. And three judges push a button at a certain amount of time, and you get a point. And there will be international fights that I've been in where guys are up by 5 points and they start moving. They start moving against a counterpuncher. Now this counterpuncher's got to be first.
Yeah.
The counterpuncher doesn't know how to be first, and it just changes the whole complexion of the fight. You know, so
That's kind of like what we said with Danny Garcia and Errol.
Yeah.
That Danny's typically the counterpuncher, and he might need to to go a little more forward. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm actually more curious on Lomachenko in this fight than I am of Teofimo. Just because I wonder if Lomachenko, again, we mentioned it with Teofimo, and outside of that this one has gotten a little testy in the buildup with both of them.
Yeah.
And even outside of that, I wonder if Lomachenko is sitting there and saying, you think this guy is on my level?
Yeah.
Like this guy here, the young kid that, he's great, but is he on my level?
Yeah.
So I wonder if he even has a little bit more of an edge than he normally does, which he does have a nice little edge to him.
Yeah, he does.
I think people
Yeah, he
have
does.
started to appreciate that.
He got a cool edge.
Yeah, he's a smooth guy, and so I wonder if he has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, surprisingly being the favorite. I wonder if he's like, nah, this guy, he's great, and he'll be good once I'm gone, but not yet.
I can see that too. Yeah. And I can see that. I mean, up and down, I just think that there's so many possibilities in this fight.
Yeah.
You said the only way he wins is knockout. Lopez.
Yeah,
Teofimo
I got
Lopez.
Lopez, if he wins, knockout.
It's got to be a knockout.
Otherwise, I got unanimous.
What does he get? Outboxed? He gets outpointed?
Outbox, outpointed. Don't want to say this.
Say it.
He's going to take him to school.
Yeah.
He's going to take him to school.
I don't know about that, man.
I know.
From my chair the other day.
I
by
don't
the way.
want him to go
From my
to school.
chair the
Don't
other
go
day.
to school.
Yeah.
If
School.
his cardio and his intangibles, his desire to win isn't at 100, Loma can make him succumb. That's what he brings out of people in the second half of fights.
I'm telling y'all right now.
And he's a young guy, so hopefully he doesn't get frustrated. Obviously, we used to get frustrated at crazier stuff when we were young.
Yeah.
Now we're older. We're like, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Let's stay locked in, my man.
That's what
we're
I'm saying.
pulling for you.
Oh, for sure. And I think that with this fight, like I
The
mentioned,
youth?
off the rip is the youth and the frustration factor, because Shawn can attest to that. If you're in the ring, you're already fighting somebody great, and you're frustrated, doesn't usually mix well. Then it's more your frustration driving you than it is, okay, I need to do A, B, and C as my game plan. Then you're mad that you can't get this guy and you don't know where he's at.
I really don't know like what I can compare it to, but it's just like nothing clicks. It's like all of a sudden nothing clicks.
When you're frustrated like that, what do you do? Just try to knock him out? Like
The few times in the ring
you're
that I've
just
been
like, I'm just gonna
frustrated,
get him, knock him out.
it got real bad. It got real bad. It got real bad.
Yeah.
It got real bad, just like that. And but also again, remember that this is boxing. And if you don't get knockouts, you got to win on the scorecards.
Yeah.
Most times the guy that's frustrated, he's usually down on the scorecards. Yeah. And you get to that point where the only thing you can do is hope for a knockout, you know? So I think that that's what happens most times. Why are we speaking all this into the atmosphere?
Okay, yeah. All right, one another thing. I think he shouldn't headhunt as much because the head will be in and out of there. He doesn't move his head as much, but the body's always there. I think Lopez should focus on body attack all night.
If you can land some
I know he's a head guy, but
if you can land some punches to the body that are very distinct and everyone in the room can see this guy is going for the body and that punch landed, you score the body shots.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants to know, do judges even score body shots? Did you score the jab to the body that Jason Rosario just got knocked out?
Yes.
Now, however, it's a jab to the body. Normally, you wouldn't score a jab to the body. A Floyd Mayweather jab to the body, Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, they have stabs to the body. They stab. They make it very evident that they're going to the body and they're trying to hurt you. Maybe a jab, but Charlo didn't throw the jab to the body the way Floyd would have thrown the jab to the body. You score a Floyd body shot, those type of body shots. If you up on Lomachenko, dig into the body, things like that, judges are seeing that they aren't seeing the Lomachenko that they're used to seeing, being comfortable, keeping guys off of him. They say, well, this guy must be winning the fight because he's doing things that Lomachenko I've never seen happen to Lomachenko.
Even to that, it's sometimes can be a matter of, for Teofimo, it could be because he's so offensive and he is putting the pressure on Lomachenko. It could be exactly what you're saying, that it's the activity, and as long as Lomachenko doesn't make you look silly with his defense, as long as you're on him and you're throwing punches and you're not too far away and you're not missing, like we all love the Caleb Plant when Uzcategui and he looked over his shoulder. Like as long as Lomachenko's not doing stuff like that to you, you're in good shape.
yeah, I hope it don't get that bad. I can see it getting that bad.
No, it ain't gonna get that bad. I'm telling you, man, this is gonna be a great fight.
He had me in the interview. He had me a little convinced. Yeah. I still think Lomachenko wins.
Oh yeah, he almost pulled me back in.
Yeah, but the fact that he is acting like there's something in his arsenal we haven't seen yet is interesting. It's interesting enough from my perspective.
Man, listen, for me, I don't care who wins the fight. That's my prediction.
This guy,
no, you're 100%
Listen to me.
predicting. Yeah,
It's your show, but no.
It's a great fight.
hey, hit the port away.
It's a great fight.
not picking.
And
Yeah.
it's a great fight, and I just think that it's too close. I'm gonna go with logic. I'm gonna go with what makes sense. I'm gonna go with what my eyes can see, and that's Lomachenko winning this fight.
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna be a knockout. I think it's gonna be some great punches landed by both guys. I think Lopez is very much in the fight, even in the loss. And if it goes the other way, you heard it here first. I said it was gonna go the other way. So
not at all.
I pretty much just picked both guys, right?
Yeah. No, you picked Lomachenko officially for anyone listening.
But you that guy. You know, that's why we on the show.
Yeah.
We on the show because we ain't having it.
It's 1 round, 2 round separation, man. It's a close fight.
And I think all of us are mainly just excited for the fight. And I don't even have. I love Teofimo. I love his energy. I love kind of what he stands for.
Yeah.
I love him as a fighter.
Yeah.
And Lomachenko, I love him as a fighter, like you said. Love the pivots.
Yeah.
I love the foot movement. I love everything like that. And so I don't care who wins. If Teofimo knocks him out, I'm happy. If he wins by decision, I'm happy. Either way, on the other side for Lomachenko, I'm cool.
Okay, who you picking?
I got Lomachenko for sure.
What?
I told Teofimo I got Lomachenko.
Decision?
He stops him late. Stops him late.
Hey,
That second
you a
half
man.
pace.
You a real man. You from Stone.
I think when it gets to the late rounds, whether it's Teofimo is visibly frustrated and is down on the scorecards, and Lomachenko at that point kind of like what I mentioned before, that chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
If he gets that advantage late and can see, okay, I got him, then maybe he just starts firing off, and then I think either he gets stopped or the ref stops it in the 10th round.
Or does he make his father eat his words and have to
Throw
put
it
an
in
end to
yeah.
it?
His that ain't
Your prediction, sir?
unanimous decision, Lomo. Man, I don't really see nowhere Lopez can get him, man. It's to be a teaching moment, and I hate this is probably the first fight of the year that we actually been really excited for. I mean, you fought, but we knew Charlo's. You're not really excited for this?
No, I was talking about Shawn's fight.
Oh yeah, So Shawn fought, and then
I like the Charlo. We were excited for the Charlo fight. We're excited for the event of the Charlo fight.
hey, we cool like that. You're a hater. All right, no.
Send in your audition tapes.
No.
Send in your audition tapes. Go ahead. Go.
No, what was you? I didn't. It sounded like he had Lomachenko.
Yeah.
You know what? I could see that. I could see the Canelo Floyd comparisons. I could see Loma turning it up second half and all those types of things. But I'm taking the young bull. I'm taking the younger, bigger fighter who is being underrated in skills wise and his speed and his athleticism. I think they're going to be fighting on pretty even terms. It's going to be a great fight. And at some point, Lopez hurts him.
Ooh.
And that's going to be the difference. And I think that's it. I think it's going to be a hell of a fight. Very tight on the scorecard. Sometime in the thick of the fight, mid to late, Lopez hurts him and wins the fight.
So we got 2-2. Lopez, Lomachenko. No, we're giving him take. Oh, we got 3-1?
Yeah, he went Lomachenko.
Yeah, I got Lopez keeping up the whole way.
But losing.
I got Lomachenko winning this fight.
Yeah.
Y'all, please don't miss this fight. This is going to be the fight of the year. ESPN app. Teofimo Lopez versus Vasyl Lomachenko Saturday night. This is the Porter Way. We had fun today.
Yeah.
Shout out to LeBron.
Yeah, shout out to LeBron. You got a fourth one?
And the LA Lakers. Who won the MVP?
You already know who won.
LeBron won.
LeBron got it. Hats off to him.
He balled the last two games.
That's what's happening. So I think I said that.
LeBron James.
I don't know. But hey, listen, subscribe. The Porter Way Podcast. God bless you guys. We'll see you soon.
We get 300 likes. I'm gonna have Shawn do something crazier.
What I'm gonna do?
I ain't thought that far yet.
What I'm gonna do?
I ain't thought that far yet.
But it's gonna be crazy.
Hey, shout out to Ugly Shawn back.
Don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw, because I know you did. What you need to do now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday, something new for you right here on the Porter Way Podcast.